All over the globe, there are thousands of ancient places. Most of them are old ruins, but some of them feel different. Not because they are bigger, not because they are more famous, but because one detail makes you stop and think. Wait, how is this still a mystery? Number 1. Qin Shi Huang's Mausoleum. Qin Shi Huang was the first emperor of China. He unified the country, connected earlier walls, and standardized everything from currency to writing. He was also, by most accounts, terrified of death. So he built something for after it. Not just a coffin, not just a room. A whole buried version of power. Soldiers, horses, officials, musicians, weapons. An empire built underground. Most people know the site for the terracotta army. Thousands of clay soldiers standing underground in rows. Armor, weapons, horses, chariots, and faces that do not all look the same. Over 8,000 of them. But the army is not the tomb. It is standing outside it. The terracotta army was built to guard the emperor's burial chamber. And that chamber has never been opened. Ancient sources describe what is inside. Rivers of mercury, mechanical traps, a ceiling mapped with stars. That sounds like legend. But mercury levels in the soil above the burial mound are still unusually high. So part of the reason is caution. Opening it could damage whatever is still inside. And if the mercury stories are even partly true, it could also be dangerous. The old description is hard to ignore. We found the guards, we found the pits, we found the army. But the door to the main chamber is still closed. And there is a reason for that. Once a sealed tomb is opened, air, moisture, and light can start destroying what survived inside. That already happened with parts of the terracotta army, where colors faded after exposure to air. So the question is not just whether we can open the chamber, it is whether we can open it without destroying what is inside. And right now, archaeologists may not be ready to take that risk. So the strange part is not what has been found. It is what is still waiting. Number 2. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent, which sounds like something straight out of Elden Ring. But it is real, and what is underneath it is stranger than the name. The temple sits in Teotihuacan, one of the largest cities of the ancient world. Teotihuacan was huge. Over 100,000 people may have lived there at its peak, but its rulers are still strangely hard to pin down. No royal tomb has clearly solved the question of who actually ran this city. No names, no confirmed kings, no dynasty we can point to. So when a sealed tunnel appears under one of its major temples, it matters. Because the answer to who built this city might still be underground. In 2003, a heavy rainstorm opened a sinkhole near the base of the temple, and underneath was a tunnel, sealed for nearly 2,000 years. Archaeologists spent years carefully excavating it. It ran under the pyramid toward a series of hidden chambers. Inside were thousands of objects placed there deliberately. Jade, shells, animal remains, ritual objects. But the pyramid was not only surrounded by objects. More than 200 sacrificed people have been linked to the feathered serpent pyramid. Some were found with their hands tied behind their backs. Some appear to have been warriors. And pyrite on the walls, arranged so that when light moved through the tunnel, the walls reflected like a night sky. And at the end of the chambers, pools of liquid mercury. The same substance described inside Qin Shi Huang's tomb. Found here too, on the other side of the world. Not connected, just strangely similar. The temple rose above the city. The mystery moved downward. You think the pyramid is the main thing. But the pyramid may have been the marker. The thing above ground that pointed to something below. Number 3. Derinkuyu. Derinkuyu is an underground city in Turkey. From the surface, it does not look like a city at all. From above, there is no skyline, no towers, no massive wall, nothing that says city, just ordinary ground. But under that ground, the rooms keep going. First one level, then another, then another. The city is often described as reaching around 18 levels deep. Storage rooms, wells, air shafts that reach the surface, places for animals, separate passages between levels, and heavy round stone doors that could only be rolled shut from the inside. Think about that. a door you can lock from below. Today, we build bunkers with concrete, steel, and electric ventilation. They carved theirs into the ground. At its largest, Derinkuyu may have sheltered tens of thousands of people. Underground, out of sight. A normal shelter protects you for a night. This place was built so people could stay underground for weeks, maybe longer. The scale is what makes it strange. You do not carve wells and air shafts and stone doors into rock unless you plan to use them seriously. Different groups used Derinkuyu over many centuries. But the question does not go away. What kind of danger makes people build a city under a city? Number 4. The Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid is probably the most studied structure on Earth. Measured, mapped, entered, scanned, photographed, argued about for centuries. There are entire careers built around understanding it, so you would think there is nothing major left to find inside. In 2017, researchers used muon particle detectors to scan the interior. Muon detectors are modern physics instruments, the kind of technology used in high-energy particle research, pointed at an ancient pyramid. And they found something, a large void, approximately 30 meters long. Not a known chamber, not a passage anyone had walked through. A space that had not appeared in any previous survey. That is the strange contrast. An ancient pyramid, a modern physics tool. And still, the answer is not clear. Not treasure, not a hidden room with answers inside. Just empty space. Inside one of the most examined buildings ever made. Maybe it helped distribute weight during construction. Maybe the explanation is structural and simple, but the space is there, and nobody has a final answer for it. You think the mystery of the pyramid is its size. The quieter mystery is inside it. One empty space where an answer should be. Number 5. Chavín de Huántar. Chavín de Huántar is a temple complex in the Andes of Peru. From the outside, it looks like what you might expect. Stone walls, platforms, carved figures, an ancient ceremonial site. But the inside is different. There are narrow galleries that go deep into the structure. The light disappears quickly. The corridors turn and branch. And sound inside stone does not behave like sound outside. It bounces off walls. It hides its source. It can feel like it is coming from somewhere you cannot see. Imagine standing in the dark. You hear a deep tone echo through the walls, but you cannot see who made it or where it came from. Conch shell trumpets were found at Chavín, large instruments that produce deep, resonant tones. And water channels ran through parts of the structure. Moving water through stone produces sound. Low, constant, directionless sound. So this was not just a place with rooms. It may have been built to shape the experience of the person inside. Now, we cannot say with certainty that every effect was deliberate. We do not know exactly what people experienced inside, but the combination is hard to ignore. Darkness, narrow corridors, hidden rooms, ritual objects, sound moving through stone. Most ancient temples were built to be seen. This one may have been built to be felt. A temple you did not just look at. A temple you walked into, and maybe felt before you understood it. Most ancient places give up their secrets eventually. These 5 have not. Not completely. Not yet. And maybe that is the part that stays with you. Because who knows what is still out there? Still buried, still sealed, still waiting.